Hello everyone. Long way as always, huh? But this time I have a reason. I'm 21 now. You know what that means? That's right. Getting my concealed carry. What? You thought I meant drinking? I lost that in a freak accident in 2024, which was avoidable. Anyway. Welcome back to Brands of the SVO. I do want to explain something. Usually when talking about brands in this series, I go for more Western known brands. That's why you don't see me talk about more Russian known brands like Jaeger and Wolfpack. But recently, one newer brand has soared and, in my opinion, became a bit of a household name in the Rustful world and the broader Russian-Ukrainian content scene. That being Phantom and Milgear, one of the newest brands on the block. You likely know them from their iconic 4-point groin pad, which I brought up in a past video, and they even saw, which, hi. But since then, they've expanded their range of iconic goods with things like their 5-point sitting mat and some of their pouches. But before we go any further, let's get the disclaimer out of the way. I may get things wrong in this video, such as uses of the items and units, as they usually don't state the branchless unit that uses them outside some SOF examples. I may also mess up dates, time, or other details due to the lack of information, and have to make very educated guesses. While I try my best in these videos, I will mess up somewhere. Please feel free to correct me in the comments below, and if I do make a mistake, usually the pinned comment will correct my error. So with that out of the way, I hope you enjoy. Milgear and Phantom Group are a tactical gear company that rose to popularity sometime around 2024. While I have no idea when they actually started, I'd assume it'd be around sometime in the 2020s. They really don't have much information on their socials discussing the company's origins, or even on their website. They have a wide range of equipment, from socks to their own integrated knee pad pants, pouches, bags, vests, vest modules, and more. We'll mainly be focusing on their vest and vest modules, since that's what I usually cover. Though their bags and clothing are still worth mentioning, so let's get those out of the way first. The bags and clothing are made under the Milgear side of the company. Most of their bags have been seen in use besides the Unit 25, which I could not find a reference for. But seeing as Milgear gives them out as awards and gifts, I wouldn't be surprised if one is floating around somewhere. Their bags include the Trophy Backpack, the X-Pack Backpack, their Unit 30 or 30-liter backpack, their Legion 65 or 65-liter backpack, and their older Legion 35 or 35-liter backpack. While they have other discontinued bags, I don't expect you guys to have their old 511 Rush copy. Next would probably be the gloves, which I'd like to review sometime in the future since they look comparable to fast fit gloves. You can see them in use with VDV, GRU, Assault Troops, and FSB-D, which is the Donetsk FSB regional team. There's even some being used in some known footage. Beyond that, things like their pants pop up too, with medics, UAV operators, VDV troops, and whoever else. I think that rounds up Milgear's side. Of course, items like their fleece, socks, have been seen too, but I don't think it's worth naming every person who uses them. Now on to Phantom themselves, the whole point of this video. Let's start off with their most iconic piece of gear, the 4-point groin pad, the Mantis. Such a good groin pad that even Ukrainians copied it. It's been seen with a lot of people, ranging from regular troops to more experienced infantry, marines, VDV, snipers, artillerymen, GRU personnel such as recon, UAV operators, and African Corps members. We've also seen PMCs and even a Russian National Guard Vityaz trainee using them. The colors they're commonly seen in range from mostly multicam to ATAX FG, EMR, and even Coyote. While I know green versions exist, I personally haven't seen one in use. Also, if you're smaller and thinking about getting a groin pad, my only warning is you might look like a juggernaut. Also, here's a modded one if you have a third leg. Anyway, now onto their 5-point mat, the Urus, which once again was so good that the Ukrainians copied it, and is even fielded by them. The sitting mat is a bit harder to track because most of the time you only see front-facing photos, so I'd highly recommend that if you like their groin pad, you should probably grab their sitting mat too. It seems to be solid. All I really have are references of GRU, VDV, and even Silver using it, mostly in multicam, though an EMR one has been shown, and Coyote too. I've yet to find a reference picture for the ATAX FG version, but there's definitely someone out there running it. Now moving on to their vests, the Rs. While you'd think it'd be always paired with the groin pad, there are quite a few references showing only the vest in use, though most of the time I do see it paired with the groin pad. While I don't have as many references for it as the groin pad, it's fairly widespread use, seen with regular infantry, GRU, and then there are more specialized roles eating it. Recon, snipers, UAV operators, but I don't have a huge list of names. so I'd rather just generalize it. And finally, of course, their standalone pouches. They make some generally good ones too. The most popular pouch I've seen is the DP Admin pouch, followed by their Capsteel First Aid pouch, though sometimes their utility pouch pops up here and there too. In fact, in one of my past videos, I used footage from a trench assault showing one of these soldiers wearing a Capsta pouch. If you want my personal recommendation, I recommend the Sinus bag from them, which is one I personally like. It's a cool quick release dangler like the one from Shock Concepts. Anyway, I think that wraps this up. I hope you all enjoyed and learned something. Hopefully I can finally finish another video after this, and as always, I'll see you next time.